The Dolby Theater was lit up like a galaxy. Flashbulbs popped in rhythmic bursts as celebrities walked down the red carpet in gowns that shimmered like stardust and tuxedos sharp enough to slice through tension. It was Oscar night 2025, and Los Angeles had rolled out the red carpet for Hollywood's biggest stars. Selena Gomez arrived a little past 5 p.m., dressed in a sleek, off-the-shoulder metallic lavender gown by Versace. Her diamond earrings sparkled with every step, and fans cheered as she posed for the cameras, exuding calm confidence. The world had watched her grow from a Disney Channel sweetheart into a music sensation and respected actress. Tonight, she was a nominee for Best Supporting Actress for her role in Emilia Perez, a Spanish-language film that had unexpectedly taken Cannes and then Hollywood by storm. But Selena's smile, perfect and polite, masked something deeper. For the past 2 weeks, social media had been buzzing with a controversial resurfaced tweet allegedly written years ago by her Emilia Perez co-star, Karla Sofía Gascon. The tweet, preserved in screenshots, appeared to call Selena a rich rat who plays Latina when it's convenient. Though Gascon had firmly denied posting it, calling the tweet fake and manufactured, the damage was already done. Fan accounts had dissected every detail, speculating on its authenticity. Meanwhile, Selena had remained silent. No public statement. No denial. No forgiveness. Just silence. Backstage, just minutes before the ceremony began, Selena stood in the green room, calmly sipping water from a crystal flute. Her manager, Raquel, leaned in. "Are you ready for this?" she asked in a hushed tone. Selena didn't look away from the monitor, where the opening monologue was beginning. "I was born ready," she replied, her voice soft but firm. "Let's just get through the night." Elsewhere in the theater, Karla Sofía Gascon took her seat. Tall, striking, and dressed in an avant-garde red gown by Balenciaga, she nodded politely to those around her. Despite her transgressive career and fearless performances, tonight she looked uneasy. A smile came and went on her lips like a wave rolling over hot sand. She knew Selena was here. She knew they would have to cross paths. And even though she had gone on record multiple times stating that the tweet was a fabrication made to divide women of color, the air still felt electric with suspense. Then came the moment. Just after the third commercial break, during a transition between awards, both actresses were guided backstage by separate handlers. Their paths converged in the narrow hallway leading to the stage. They locked eyes. There were no cameras here, at least none officially. But whispers would start the moment this hallway encounter reached the press. "Selena," Karla began, her voice calm and low. "Can I have a moment?" Selena's expression was unreadable. "Make it quick," she said. "I never said those things," Karla continued. "I don't know who made that tweet, but it wasn't me. You have to know that." Selena inhaled, as if searching for clarity in a room full of smoke. "I want to believe you," she said finally. But silence speaks too. A stagehand interrupted them. "Ladies, we're on in 90 seconds." Selena turned to walk away, but not before looking Karla in the eye one last time. "Let's hope the art speaks louder than the noise tonight." With that, she walked toward the stage, leaving Karla standing alone. The night had just begun, and already the drama was unfolding not in front of cameras, but behind the curtains, where the truth was messier than any script could ever be. The ceremony pressed on like clockwork, jokes from the host, standing ovations, tributes to fallen legends. But backstage, the energy crackled with something else entirely: tension, anticipation, and the uncomfortable silence between two powerful women whose personal history had just crashed into the world's most public stage. Selena sat in the audience, clapping politely as awards were handed out, but her mind wasn't entirely in the room. Every time her name was mentioned, cameras cut to her for a reaction. She mastered the tight-lipped smile, the poised nod, but she felt eyes on her, not just from the fans, but from people in the industry. Producers, journalists, even fellow actors. Everyone was watching, waiting to see if she'd break her silence about the tweet. About Karla. About all of it. 2 rows behind her, Karla remained perfectly composed. She clapped when Selena's clip played during the Best Supporting Actress nominations. But her hands trembled slightly in her lap. She had dealt with controversy before. Being a transgender actress in a still conservative corner of the industry came with scars, but this felt different. More personal. And somehow more dangerous. When the award for Best Supporting Actress was announced, the audience held its breath. "And the Oscar goes to," the presenter said, pausing dramatically, "Selena Gomez, Emilia Perez." The applause thundered. Selena froze for half a second, shocked, maybe, or steeling herself, and then stood. Her dress shimmered under the lights as she made her way to the stage, smiling, her eyes wet with emotion. She took the statue, kissed it lightly, and walked to the microphone. "Well, I wasn't expecting this," she began. "To be honest, I didn't know if I belonged here tonight." A pause. The crowd leaned in. "I've spent a lot of time this year thinking about who I am, not just as an actress or a singer, but as a woman. A woman with roots in two cultures. A woman with a platform. And a woman who's been quiet when maybe I should have spoken up." Her eyes scanned the crowd, and for a split second, they locked with Karla's. "Tonight, I'm choosing to speak through this role. This story, Emilia Perez, is about change, about identity, about fighting to be seen. And I'm proud to have told that story alongside brave, complicated, brilliant artists. Even when we don't always agree, we must keep making space for each other." Polite applause followed. Some people smiled. Others whispered. It wasn't a direct call-out, but everyone knew what it meant. Backstage, after accepting the award, Selena was immediately swarmed by press. The first few questions were predictable, about her dress, her win, what she planned to do next. Then came the one she knew would come. "Selena, can you address the alleged tweet from Karla Sofía Gascon and the tension between you two during the promotion of Emilia Perez?" She paused. For the first time that night, the smile dropped from her face. "I'm not here to cancel anyone," she said slowly. "I've been misunderstood, judged, and picked apart my whole life. I know what it feels like. What I will say is this. I hope we can all learn to listen a little more, especially when someone says they were hurt. That's how healing starts." And just like that, she was ushered away. Meanwhile, Karla stood near a monitor, watching the press conference unfold. Her jaw clenched. One of her reps approached, nervously. "You don't have to say anything tonight," he offered. "We can release a statement tomorrow." "No," Karla said. "I'll speak for myself. I always have." She walked straight toward the press area, brushing past handlers and photographers. It was time for her side of the story. Karla Sofía Gascon stepped into the spotlight behind the press wall. Microphones stretched toward her like eager arms. The atmosphere felt electric, not with celebration, but confrontation. She didn't wait for a question. "I want to make this very clear," she said, her accent crisp, voice steady. "The tweet going around, the one supposedly written by me, it is a fabrication. A lie. And I've said it before, but I'm saying it again here, tonight, with the world watching." There was a stir among the journalists. Cameras clicked rapidly. "I know what it looks like. I know screenshots feel real, especially when they match a narrative. But the truth is, I've only ever respected Selena Gomez. We didn't always agree on set, yes. But disagreement isn't disrespect. It's part of the process." She paused, scanning the room. She didn't look defensive. She looked disappointed. "Someone wanted to pit us against each other," she continued. "Two women. Two Latinas from different backgrounds. That's not new in this industry or the world. But tonight, I'm saying no. I'm not playing that game." Karla turned toward the monitors, where Selena was being congratulated by fellow actors and producers. A faint smile crossed her lips. "She's brilliant," she added. "She deserved that win." With that, she turned and walked away, head held high. Later that evening, at the governor's ball, the two women saw each other again. No cameras, no press, just music, low lighting, and the soft clinking of champagne glasses. Selena stood near the bar, talking quietly with her team, Oscar statue resting in her hand. Karla approached slowly. For a moment, no one spoke. Just a long pause between two people who had spent months creating something powerful together and had nearly been torn apart by something neither fully understood. "Congrats," Karla said. Selena nodded. "Thank you." Another pause. "I meant what I said," Karla offered, more quietly. "I never called you that." Selena studied her for a moment, then tilted her head. "Then let's stop letting others speak for us," she said. A small truce formed between them, not a dramatic hug or tearful reunion. Just mutual recognition. The kind artists share after surviving something raw. By morning, social media was ablaze. Hashtags like hashtag Selena Speaks and hashtag Karla Responds trended worldwide. Commentators debated every quote, every glance. Some fans demanded apologies. Others praised both women for their restraint and honesty. But neither Selena nor Karla posted anything. No follow-ups. No reactions. Because some stories weren't meant to live online. Some truths belonged to the people who lived them. In the end, the scandal faded, as all scandals do. But the questions it raised about race, identity, womanhood, and truth echoed long after the red carpet was rolled up. And somewhere in Hollywood, tucked in the pages of an Oscar season no one would forget, the real drama wasn't in a screenplay. It was between two women brave enough to stand in the fire and walk through it. Weeks passed since that electric night at the Oscars. The buzz had quieted, the headlines had shifted, and Hollywood had moved on, as it always does. But for Selena Gomez and Karla Sofía Gascon, something had changed permanently. Selena retreated to her home in Montecito, seeking rest and solitude. The Oscar stood on a bookshelf beside framed lyrics from her first album and a worn photo of her as a child in Grand Prairie, Texas. Despite the noise surrounding her win, she remained quiet online. No interviews, no statements, just silence and healing. She poured herself into music, into painting, into long walks without makeup or cameras. And for the first time in a while, she didn't feel like she had to perform strength. She simply had to be. Across the ocean, in Madrid, Karla returned to her theater roots. She joined a small, independent production about political prisoners during the Franco era. No red carpets, no press junkets. Just raw acting. On a rainy Wednesday night, she performed for an audience of 150 people in a repurposed train station. It reminded her why she started, not for fame, but for truth. Back in the States, online culture analysts dissected what had happened between the two women. Think pieces titled Selena and Karla, The Cost of Being a Public Latina flooded blogs and podcasts. A documentary was even pitched to Netflix, but Selena refused to license her image. It wasn't about the drama. It never was. 3 months later, at a panel on diversity in film hosted at NYU, Karla was asked what she learned from the Oscar season. She smiled thoughtfully. That truth is complicated, she said. That silence isn't always weakness. And that forgiveness, she added, is a revolution. Selena watched the clip later on her phone. Alone. Then she smiled, placed the phone screen down, and went back to writing lyrics. Her new album would open with a track called Noise and Light. And it would begin not with a beat, but with a soft whisper. Somewhere between the truth and the tweets. I found my voice.